Hey there, folks. It's MIKEYLITO here with another matinee review. This time diving into the continuing collaboration between Denzel Washington and director Antoine Fuqua in what might be the final installment of the Equalizer series, The Equalizer 3. Before I delve into the movie itself, let me share an intriguing thought that has crossed my mind. The Equalizer series, at its core, is a unique blend of action and horror. Robert McCall, masterfully played by Denzel Washington, could easily be mistaken for a modern day Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees. He's a relentless killing machine. But here's the twist: he's the hunter, tracking down the certifiably bad people who truly deserve it. As Arnold Schwarzenegger once quipped in True Lies, when asked if he killed people, he said, yes, but they were all bad. In The Equalizer 3, the action kicks off from the start with bodies piling up as the establishing shots of a secluded winery in Sicily set the stage. McCall, a retired U.S. Marine and DIA operative, finds himself there where he confronts Lorenzo Vitali, a ruthless crime enforcer. Many of Vitali's henchmen have been brutally killed by McCall, who is waiting in the winery's basement, held at gunpoint by two of Vitali's uh, bodyguards. McCall's intention: to obtain a key to the winery's vault and recoup money stolen in a cyber heist, which brings him to this perilous situation. In a tense showdown, McCall eliminates Vitali and the rest of the gangsters, securing the key that he came for. While there, he discovers evidence that these gangsters engaged in the trade of illegal drugs disguised as financial transactions. As he leaves the winery, McCall makes a critical error and gets shot in the back. The wound is severe, and McCall briefly contemplates suicide. Instead, he decides to take the ferry back to the mainland, embarking on a journey that will lead him ultimately to Altamonte, a remote coastal Italian town. As McCall drives along the picturesque Amalfi Coast, he pulls over unconscious from shock. It's here that he's discovered by Gio Benucci, a local carabinieri who comes to his aid. Benucci, who they call Joe throughout the film, with his sense of duty and compassion, brings McCall to Altamonte, where he is treated by the small town doctor Enzo Aricio. McCall's journey to recovery is slow, using a cane and struggling with even the simplest of tasks like climbing stairs. While recuperating, McCall makes an anonymous phone call to CIA agent Emma Collins to tip her off about the winery. Collins and other CIA operatives arrive there and find millions in cash along with bags of amphetamines hidden in a storeroom, proving McCall's suspicions correct. Meanwhile, McCall gets acquainted with the locals, including a server named Amina, and starts to feel a genuine connection to Altamonte and its people. He begins to explore the charming Italian town and its welcoming inhabitants. Soon enough, he stumbles upon a dark secret. The townfolk are living in fear, oppressed by a local crime gang. We all know what happens when ordinary people are pushed too far, and McCall, the vigilante with a conscience, decides to take matters into his own hands. Amidst the breathtaking Italian scenery and the camaraderie with the locals, McCall becomes deeply entrenched in a battle not only for his own survival, but also for the safety of Altamonte, the picturesque coastal town that has captured his heart. The Camorra, a ruthless criminal organization, threatens the town's peace, forcing McCall to use his lethal skills to protect those he's grown to care about. Continuing with my earlier horror movie illusions, I could see the Equalizer series continue far beyond what Sony, Fuqua, and Washington had planned. This is the only series franchise that Denzel has ever performed in, yet other horror series have long lives. The Friday the 13th franchise spanned 12 films. The Saw series is about to release its 10th film. Nightmare on Elm Street has screened 9 films. The Scream series had just released its 6th film this past spring. The Equalizer series could easily continue with Denzel or John David Washington into a fourth installment or possibly more. It's easily more accessible than other horror franchises because the persons being killed are so incredibly bad. Okay, so the question is, what did I think of this movie? Well, I had a really good time watching it, enjoyed it. I like seeing all the bad people get it in the end. So, I am going to give this film, The Equalizer 3 from Sony Pictures, a 7 out of 10. That it is equivalent to 3.5 stars. And the movie is rated R for strong, bloody violence and some language. The Equalizer 3, if you haven't had a chance to see it this weekend, you still have today, Labor Day, and the rest of the week to go see it in the theaters. And I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I have. Also, if you haven't seen the first 2 movies, as I have suggested there, you have the opportunity to view them on streaming. The Equalizer is available on Stars, and Equalizer 2 is available on Hulu. Okay, coming up this coming Friday, My Big Fat Greek Wedding #3 comes to theaters in wide release, and I will be reviewing it Friday at 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 5 p.m. U.S. East, and 2 p.m. U.S. West. And just like The Equalizer, you have the opportunity to catch up on the first 2 pictures if you haven't seen them, and I haven't. Both My Big Fat Greek Wedding and My Big Fat Greek Wedding #2 are both streaming on Peacock right now, and the first one, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, is also streaming on Max, or if you're Tom Jr. Jackson, HBO Max. After this Friday, A Haunting in Venice will premiere on Friday, September 15th, previews on Thursday the 14th. I'll be going Friday, and I'll be reviewing at 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 6 p.m. U.S. East, and 3 p.m. U.S. West. Movie times for The Expendables has not been set in the theater that I go to, the one behind me. So I will see Expendables either on Thursday the 21st or Friday the 22nd, and I'll let you know when the review will be as soon as Regal sets the runtime. Strangely enough, they have set the runtime for The Creator, which is great because this is a movie I want to see. The preview is very late on Thursday, so I will be going Friday to see The Creator with John David Washington, and that review will be at 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 6 p.m. in the Eastern United States, and 3 p.m. in the Western United States. So tune in for that. So, as I always say, watch content, form opinion. You just heard mine. I'd love to hear yours. How do you let me know? Well, if I was doing this live, you could put your comments in the chat, but I'm not doing it live. So leave the comments down below, and please share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel right up there. It's Mikey Lito Live on YouTube. And you can always find me at one of these social media channels at Mikey Lito Live. Also, my leisure blog at MikeyLito.blog and my opinion blog at MikeyLito.com. So until Friday, when we will be reviewing My Big Fat Greek Wedding, number 3, this is Mikey Lito saying so long, ciao for now, and have a great week.